Okay, here we are back in Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4, where we last left off. We're in the middle of a huge string of conversations, and we're still not done. So I doubt I'm going to be able to finish this in this sitting, but I'm going to knock out as many as I can. Hi, Schwarzer. Hey, guys. You're discussing armed forces movements on the different fronts. Rosie, I'm surprised to see you with them. I've got my reasons. As you overheard, we're trying to get a better picture of where each militarized faction is allocating its resources. Besides the Viceland Army, I wanted to check in with the Bracers and the Armor Divisions too. I've also been looking into the Armor Division's movements. Seems they've established a new squad. Guild's also keeping an eye on the situation. We're tracking high-ranking Jaeger Corps movements engaged in the neighboring countries' responses. It'd be helpful to trade info with you guys. I see. And you're also gathering intel on military movements, Rosine. As a matter of fact, yes. There's no organization that understands and fears the Great Twilight more than the Septian Church. The details are confidential, but we've already decided on which measures to take. Seriously? I can only imagine what that means. We'll all benefit from cooperating, but in any case, we'll return to Operation Mirage at dinner. For now, let's just take a break. Sounds like a plan. Can't wait to hear the details of the operation, but I've got to be patient. Let's walk around some more. I'll probably need to talk with you about the church later on, but for either right now we don't have the luxury. I hope this meeting will allow us to find some sort of solution. It's all way more shady than I imagined. Anyway, this is a good opportunity. Let's check in with our contacts in other areas. You must be burning with curiosity, but hold on a little longer. We'll talk tactics over dinner. Just relax for now. Even the Septian Church is involved. Things are starting to get really weird. I don't think we have any choice but to wait until we get some more information. We still have time. Why don't you make another round, Green? Have there been any updates on Hercules? We're still unable to locate them. With the rammed stealth function and mobility of a gunship, they're very hard to track down. We're not going to give up, of course. I heard that you requested the Bracer Guild's help with this. Yes, although they haven't been able to dig up any new information since we lost sight of Hercules in the canyon. I heard about that from the guild, too. Guess when a special forces squad equipped with the latest technology wants to disappear, it'd take a miracle to track them down. The Ramda. You've seen firsthand in Heimdall how its spatial projection function can seriously impede pursuit. If they'd only surrender, there'd be room for negotiations with Erebonia. Maybe the curse has progressed too far for that. The Dark Dragon made the members of the Hercules squad into its kin back in Heimdall. The Great Twilight must have taken that and twisted them into Noctfamilia. Noctfamilia? Those are vampires from Erebonian folklore, if I'm not mistaken. Is there any way to make them human again? It's possible if you act quickly. If you find them within a few days, they should be fine. So that's our time frame. Kayla, let me know if you pick up the trail. We might be able to help in some capacity. You're volunteering to help? That's much appreciated. Okay, the good news is these conversations are actually fairly short. Calvardian agents that infiltrated Erebonia. Better let Don Kyle know just to be on the safe side. Even if your brother has become Noctfamilia, we may still be able to save him. We will do everything in our power to try. Thank you, Miss Milstein. That means the world to me. If Kayla reaches out to us about this, we'll have to do everything we can to help. The random stealth function gave us quite the runaround in Heimdall's underground. Hope we'll manage to capture them, but... Lieutenant General Cassius and Brigadier General Bardius are in this guest room. It's a great honor to be hosting such a guest figures. We'll talk to Celine first. Or maybe not. Hi, I'm Kia Bannings. Ren told me lots about you, Tita. Nice to meet you, I'm Tita Russell. Can't believe it, Ren, she's so cute. Yeah, that's how most people react to her. You must be Angelica Ragnar. Nice to meet you, I'm Ren Bright. I hear you've been trained in the Taito style by Kilika Roran. That's cool. It's nice to meet you, Angie, or do you like Jellica better? This is paradise. What? Angelica, are you alright? We're only 2,000 yards above ground, but it seems we're flying close to the heavens. Tita alone is an angel, but the three of you together form an angelic choir. No, remain calm, Angelica. Celine, what's going on here? Beats me, I was just having a nap and woke up to this. I can't stand it anymore. Angelica? She's faster than lightning. Hug attack! My life is complete. You're just gonna stand by and watch this happen, Reed? I'm just waiting for things to calm down so I can say hello. Aw, they need to keep him like that. How could I lose control so easily? Still have no regrets. Angelica, please try to calm down. If you get any more whipped up, you'll have a heart attack. That aside, the fact that you're all girls doesn't mean your antics aren't sexual harassment. Hey, Celine. Here, kitty, come on, turn into a cat girlfriend, please. Do it to save them from my beastly instincts. Keep your dirty paws off me. Please go take a cold shower or something, for all our sakes. So I'm wondering if there are things Angelica did in this game that they censored. Hey, sorry about Angelica. She's a good person. She's just, well, I'm used to getting hugs. You remind me of something George told me about her. Yeah? Yes, she may be a practitioner of the Taito style, but her movements there were inhuman. Wasn't she being manipulated by the gnomes? Maybe they did something to her that stuck. No, she's just like this. I like Angie a lot. You can never have enough cuddles. Sweet Adios, her keenness is making my brain melt. Maybe you should give her a chance to cool off, you know, before she explodes or something. Cassius, how have you been? When was it we last saw each other? Goodness, 4 years at least. Sorry I missed your A-rank promotion ceremony. It coincided with the orbital shutdown phenomenon, so there was no helping it. Thank you for writing my recommendation. You're welcome. Have you managed to come to terms with Colonel Valentine passing away? Yes, I've been lucky to be surrounded by good, supportive friends from the Bracer Guild and my wonderful students. Laura is one of my students. Kurt's a student of a student. I'm Laura Arseid. You, sir, are a legend. It is truly an honor to meet you in person. I'm very glad to meet you too, Laura. I had the pleasure of working with Victor on the Bracer Guild branch bombing case. He praised you highly. Please accept my sincerest sympathy. His loss must have hurt you deeply. Thank you, sir. My father once told me that seeing your prowess with the staff firsthand would be a beneficial experience for me. I believe you were self-taught? Not quite. I learned the basics from a friend. I also took the liberty of incorporating teachers of the 8 school into it. I'm very impressed, sir. Only those who are very talented are able to do so. Kurt, why don't you introduce yourself? Yes. I'm Kurt Vander, younger brother of Mueller Vander and nephew of Zex Vander. Pardon me, sir, you're quite the hero. I feel a bit overwhelmed. Take it easy, I'm not all they say about me. I've met your brother and uncle, but I don't believe I've spoken to your father. When things calm down a little, I'd like to pay a visit to your folks. I fear I've been rather impolite in having not done so yet. Not at all, I'm sure my mother and father will be thrilled to meet you. Cassius has lots of connections, both in the army and among the bracers. I could spend the whole evening talking to him about swordplay, but it'd be rude to monopolize him like that. I'll relay our master's message for you when the circumstances are right. But a time when great determination and sacrifice are needed is no doubt to come. I'll have to be patient. Reen, come and join us. Don't mind if I do. By the way, was the Silver Streak an acquaintance of yours, Cassius? There's Shara, in case you forgot what she looks like. Yes, she was a pupil of mine at the guild. It's very odd that she's vanished into thin air. Yes, no one seems to be able to track her down her whereabouts. If she wasn't at the Gnome's HQ, could it be possible that Ouroboros abducted her? No, Shara has a relative who's among the ranks of Ouroboros. I find it hard to believe that they kidnapped her. I think I know who you mean. Sherazard mentioned her to me when we went out drinking. Enforcer number 6, the Bewitching Belle, yes? Duvally? Yes, that's her. She showed up in Liberl during the orbital shutdown, too. But it's unknown whether she's still alive. Seems she hasn't reported back to Ouroboros since that incident. They haven't written her off as dead yet, though. It's assumed the situation is similar to Blancs, that she's out there somewhere going about her business. The Silver Streak was like a sister to her, though. She wouldn't keep quiet if Ouroboros had abducted her. I see. We might as well drop that line of investigation. My, if it isn't the Stallritters Duvally the Swift. You seem very well informed. I could say the same about you, especially considering you don't have ties with Ouroboros yourself. I understand now why the Faceless was remarkably wary of you. My lord is also intrigued by you. If you don't mind, I'd like to hear how you achieve mastery in so many disciplines. Oh. Swordplay, military art, strategy? I hear your master's disciple Arios is just like you. Yes, I've heard rumors about him. Just for reference, you can tell us if there's any particular trick to it. Not that it impressed me all that much, but both you and Arseid were renowned as the finest swordsman alive, so it must count for something. I can't think of many honors greater than the Maiden of Legend herself taking an interest in me. Well, ask me anything, I'll try to satisfy your curiosity, although we may not be able to go into much detail this time. That's fine. First of all, why did you give up the sword and switch to the staff? Dutifully so easy to read. That's part of her charm. She's polite to everyone and doesn't look down on others even if they're her enemy. As expected of the Steelman's disciple, I look up to her as well. Scheherazade and I are actually the same age. Plus, we both like our alcohol. We had a few drinks together and really hit it off. Like two drunk peas in a pod. I am worried about her, but just can't imagine the Silver Streak going down without a fight, you know? I have to believe that she's safe. I'm right there with you, Sarah. The staff, huh? Never a weapon favored by my family. Thrust with a spear, sweep with a naginata, slash with a greatsword. There's a motto I've heard. Yes, that's an Eastern saying. I'm surprised you knew it. Did you pick that up from Aurier? Her style is particularly influenced by Eastern swordsmanship, though not quite the same as the staff. I've seen her make use of a naginata before. Sounds like a valuable experience. Looks like the rumors about the Stormwatcher's talents were true then. I thought I sent someone spying from over there. To be honest, I'm honored that you'd think me worthy of your attention, Duvley the Swift. Guess I should have known I couldn't stay hidden from you. But don't you get the wrong idea. I wasn't sitting over there waiting for your meeting to end or anything. Anyway, I have a few questions about your school's concept of alignment. Very well, I can't promise it'll be comprehensive, but I'll tell you what I can. I'm really curious about what the Divine Blade of Wind has achieved myself, but I probably shouldn't butt into their chat. So your mom moved to Erebonia? Yes, she couldn't stand crossbow after splitting with my father, who's Calvartian. She's moved in with her relatives. That was 10 years ago. Time flies. I think you've told me about this before. I feel like I'm forgetting something. That rings a bell, actually. Distant relatives of the noble McDowell family from Crossbell. That would be the Barons of Eastern Lemaire, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, you're from Lemaire yourself. You're right. Family trees can get so sprawling you can't easily tell who's related to who. In fact, that Baron's family are also distant relatives of my family. Oh? Maybe that's why your hair color's the same. That pearl gray shade is definitely unusual. But the two of you have almost the exact same shade. That's right, it runs in the family. We may be very distant cousins, but we share the same blood nonetheless. I had no idea. What a pleasant surprise. Aurelia Le Guin, a cousin. Glad to have you as my family, Ellie McDowell. That's so sweet. Uh-oh, now I'll tense up every time I talk to Ellie. And why would that be, Miss Crawford? No reason. I suppose this hints at the close ties between Erebonia and Crossbell, which stretch back centuries. Crossbell's also been cooperating with Calvert for a long time. And now they're in this awkward position where they have to choose between one ally or the other. It feels so wrong. Elisa. That's precisely the case. I probably don't have the right to say that considering my own position. No, your honesty is much appreciated. It was wonderful to talk to you, Elisa. Same, thank you for all the advice, Ellie. It's really nice to be in the company of people who really get along. Yes, friendship is beautiful, isn't it? I heard about Ellie's mother, or at least someone who seemed like her, living in an Erebonian town. Guess that's what was nagging at me earlier. Elisa and Ellie met in Crossbell and have been good friends ever since. Yuna's friends with both of them. She's an amiable girl. I wouldn't have seen it coming that they'd be chatting with the principal. So I don't know if you're ever going to get to take Ellie by Diana or not. We'll see. Principal, I'm dying to know what the meeting was about. Come on, where are you and Muse planning? My, so you've been trying to figure it out? Patience, my dear. Everything will be explained at dinner. May surprise you, but, well, stay open-minded. Everyone who took part in planning is trying to hide how tense they are. It makes me a little worried. They've decided to surrender. They're taking the French strategy to everything. How are you doing? Very well, thank you. Just catching up with friends. We've been exchanging messages since we met 3 months ago. We discovered that we have some shared interests. Shush, Ellie, don't tell him. What interests? Why is Elisa so cagey about it? Wait, I have an idea. Never mind. Ellie, let's talk about that in private. Okay, we're in a similar situation anyway. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about. You'd be surprised. Next to them, I feel like a kid lost in the dark. You'll get there in time. Sure, so you could probably learn a thing or two from them as well. Not sure what the conversation was about, but I'm always reminded there's plenty of room for me to learn from others. Turns out Elisa and I have a lot in common, so I couldn't help but get caught up in our conversation. What's up, Breen? Weren't you planning to go talk to the others some more? I'm just gonna go do that. I think it's safest I forget all what I just heard. So my impression was that they're talking about Lloyd and Reen, how they're supposed to be the oblivious protagonist type. I don't know if that's the case, but that was my interpretation from what they usually refer to. Oh, I spy with my little eye, Elise Schwarzer, Princess Alphen's trusted friend and the sister of the Ashton Chevalier. You're friends with Lady Mille too, aren't you? We need to talk. If you have questions about my friends, I'd rather you talk to them directly. I'm no gossip. I wouldn't try to drag out any embarrassing stories about your friends, nothing of the sort. You're a reporter from Crossbell, so she's your next target on your hunt for a big scoop. Don't make me sound like some fierce predator. The only thing ferocious about me is my intellect. Hold on, aren't you Ash Carbide? The guy who shot the Emperor? What's the truth behind that story? How'd you feel to pull the trigger? Oh crap, what did I get myself into now? Oh my gosh, that tall gentleman, is that the 8th Dominion of the Growlsritter? There are several topics I'd love to interview you in depth about. Not that I'm totally in the dark about what you've been up to. Wazy, Kevin, and Rias have already spilled some beans. Did they? Don't be shy, don't bite. Seems like this is the party corner. Brilliant, here comes the hero to join us. This is perfect, let's go to the empty room over there so we can all talk in private. I'm not against an interview myself, but I'd much rather you didn't hound my friends and family for one. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself there, I guess. But if there's anything you tell me that I could quote in my report, like maybe just a short comment from each of you? That's not unreasonable, sure. Dude, speak for yourself, what if I gave her dirt on you? You're being a little overprotective. Typical Reen, really. Even a super short interview or just a few words from you that I could publish would be fantastic. May have to sit on it for a while, but it'll come out in print eventually, one way or another. Do you promise not to twist my words? Do you really think I'd do such a thing? That doesn't sound reassuring. Let's leave that aside for now. Thank you for what you did. Talk to Grace, she doesn't seem like a bad person. If it's just simple information collecting, maybe you can get it from her. This journalist might just be the biggest pain in the ass I've ever met, and that's coming from me. I thought Vivi could be pushy. This woman operates on another level. We'll go here first. Hey, Reen. Don't be a stranger, come and join us. What have you guys been talking about? Jaeger troop movements and stuff related to the war, as well as Ouroboros' presumed plans. I've been wondering about those things too. Right now it looks like they're both serving the Imperial government, just like the gnomes. It's a really nasty mix if you ask me. The old Northern Jaegers and Nidog are a different situation, though. Yeah, the Imperial Defense Force forced them to cooperate using hostages. They're currently looking for a chance to free them. What they do from now on depends on whose pocket they find themselves in this time. Shirley is a key member of the Red Constellation, so you can be sure they're in tune with the Ouroboros' schemes. As for Zephyr, the gnomes hired them, but it's ultimately up to the boss to decide what they do. I don't know the details yet. It's also the Enhanced Jaegers, like the troops previously commanded by the Faceless Anguis. You didn't encounter those in Hamel. Between all of you, you've got a decent intelligence network to draw on. You make a really good team. Yeah. If there's any info we don't have, the Divine Blade and the Golden Rakshasa are here too. It's hard to believe Muse managed to get all these guys under one roof. Got no clue what the hell Shirley thinks she's doing hanging around the Crown Prince. Still, I'm really curious about what the Red Constellation's up to. Looks like Ouroboros' Enhanced Jaegers are on the move. Heard my old acquaintance caused you some trouble in Hamel. Should probably keep our guard up here, too, just in case. He's talking about Gilbert, I think? Worried about what the Jaeger Corps are up to. Tomorrow's enemy is today's friend, though it really depends on the contract, really. And now that I think about it, yeah, Gilbert was really annoying because I couldn't go ham on him because I had to save stuff for the fight after that, and that sucked. The Reapers still feed in Black Fang, what a gang. Don't forget, Crow, you're Azure Siegfried. Dude, can't you get off my back about that? So... I didn't know... Was Randy supposed to be like Crimson Reaper or something like that? Because I'm more familiar with the whole Son of the War God thing. Okay. Yeah, this is the crew I was looking for, actually. Claudia, I'm terribly sorry about earlier. I was so taken aback I lost my composure. Thank you for being so kind to me. Of course, considering the subject, it was no wonder you'd become agitated. You have a huge responsibility on your shoulders as a representative of the Imperial family. Thank you for being so understanding. Now that rings alarm bells. I'll just wait for the announcement at dinner and try not to worry for now, but... Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Estelle Bright, member of the Liberal Bracer Guild. It's an honor to meet you in person, Princess Alphen. There's no need to be so formal with me. I've heard so much about you from my brother, I feel like we're already friends. Olivier was a dear friend, and what happened to him was a terrible shock. He went out of his way to get permission for me and Joshua to visit Hamel once things had settled down in Liberl. I still can't believe he's dead. It's awful. I really wish I could have done something. If only one of us had been in Heimdall all the time, me, Joshua, or Shara. But our grief surely pales in comparison with what you feel. Estelle, thank you for having been a good friend to my brother. I feel a little better knowing there were people who cared so much about him. Olivert was a very thoughtful and brave man, and a lot of fun to be around. When I was hesitant about whether to accept my duty as a crown princess, he gave me the push I needed. He also fostered friendly relations between Erebony and Liberl. Despite his airhead appearance, he was a smart leader. Thank you, Claudia. He teased me for being so easily moved to tears. He came out with a line like, at times such as this, I'd like you to be a ray of sunshine, which makes the courage bloom. That does sound like him. Regrettably, I never had the chance to meet Prince Olivert in person. However, I heard about him encouraging greater integration and cooperation between all nations of the continent. Please accept my sincere condolences, Princess Alvin. Thank you, Lucy. By the way, you were Claudia's upperclassman at school, weren't you? Really? Oh my gosh. Actually, Chloe did tell us about that Lecter person before. Does that mean... That's correct. I went to Liberl to study at Genus Royal Academy. I was on the student council together with Lecter Arundel. You two looked after me really well back then. It made my school life that much more enjoyable. What a small world. He's an Ironblood, a member of the Intelligence Division. He's a stranger person than I thought. I think she said that was a typo. But wait, the famously beautiful Vice President who'd force the Student Council President to listen to her no matter what. That'd be me. Chloe, I wish you didn't spread exaggerated rumors about me. Sorry, but they're not exaggerated at all. Even though I can't forget you saying that brute force is the most important asset one can have. You're embarrassing me now. Wait, did I really say that to you? Not directly. I overheard your conversation with Hans. So you were following me around listening to my conversations with other students. I wouldn't have guessed they knew each other so well. Olivert was so beloved by people from different backgrounds. It's a real shame he died so young. I'd be curious to hear more about Claudia and Lucy's school life, too. Now Lecter stands on the opposite side of his former classmates. I'm sure I'll cross paths with him again, and with Claire, too. So we get the Lucy and Claudia notes. Hey, Irene. Irene, come over here and join us. I'd rather not. I was waiting for the right moment. I'm only now discovering how almost everyone seems to know each other. It really is a small world. Olivert was always telling me about all the people he met on his travels. I'm happy to finally meet them in person. They're all just as lovely as he described. Thanks for saying so. She wasn't talking about you, Estelle. He turned out to be just as much of a little angel as people say. Did Olivier pass on... Olivier, I'm still used to the whole German thing, but yeah. Did Olivier pass on his knowledge of how to charm people onto you? You got me there. Speaking of which, where did I put my paper fan? I used to scold him with it when he was being silly. I remember that fan. You two were really funny together, like some kind of comedy duo. Wait, for real? Man, we really could have used you back in the world to keep him in line. Sorry, Irene. Here we are talking among ourselves again, leaving you out. I can get going and free up some space. No, please don't leave on my account. You haven't seen each other in a while. I'm sure you have a lot to talk about. Getting to exchange a few words with you in person has already been a great honor. With luck, we'll meet again and have a longer chat then. You're too humble, Irene. Indeed. That reminds me, weren't you one of the testers for the Orbital Communication Network? I also got a test account from Ren. What do you say to exchanging network addresses? Are you sure? Why not? Don't be shy. Princess Claudia doesn't limit her circle of friends to the upper classes. When she enrolled at the academy, she did so under an assumed name in order to be treated like any normal girl. Lucy, I don't need a spokesperson. Okay, in that case, I'll gladly give you my network address. It shouldn't become a diplomatic issue if we were just playing a game together, I hope. And that's how the Liberl-Erebonian War started. So yeah, we can play against Claudia, and for some reason they call her Princess Claudia, which is a little annoying. Seriously though, Lecter needs to be sorted out as soon as possible. Once both operations begin, it'll be too late. I know, but I don't want to give up hope. I'm sure Leo, Jill, and Hans would agree. I suppose so. I've been in touch with Leo, but I haven't heard from Jill and Hans. How are they doing? Have there been any developments between them? Something tells me there might have been, but they're not very open about it. They've been just friends for so long, it may be awkward for them to take the next step. Girl talk, huh? Better not butt in. Quick, Green, run while you can. So yeah, that's the reason why her name is so long compared to the other ones who don't have anything. Like, is this supposed to be Princess Alphen, maybe? Maybe the royalty just has their stuff in there.
Let us begin.
But I've gotten a bit of a warning for the later levels of this, how it's supposedly just RNG on whether or not the enemy chokes and you get to pass, or if you have to flounder for a while. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot about the strategy here, so I'm kind of making somewhat random moves. Like, I know you're supposed to try to set up things here and there, but... she is starting to build up some points, so I need to be on my way. This one's gonna fall a little short, then we can use this one. And then this one will set off the shining pump. This will trigger the green below it, and that one over there. So we'll be off by one blue. I'm actually gonna go over here, because I can do the red, which will combo into the green. No, never mind. So right here I have to use this defensively just because she had that much more than I did. So while this is going, I'm looking at my next move, so I can line up the red here to drop that a little bit, which frees up the green. I don't have a really good blue drop space, so I'll put it here. Now I can do this. This will free up... No, it won't. Didn't see the one below it. Okay, we can drop some red into Shining Pump. Get a little bit better return on this one. I actually could have swallowed that, I think. So the speed has picked up a little bit. Ah, crud, I botched that one. Okay, we'll get some blues there. Like right here, I really do need to use this. This is my best blue drop spot. I pushed the wrong button there. Well, it looks like I lucked out. So we want this one to free up those, which frees up those. I can't... It's hard to keep track of what she's doing to know if I need to block or what I need to do. If you know, she's already back to about 2 CP. I actually should have did that a different way. I'm trying to get up to 3 so I can spike her real quick. But hopefully you can see how these later games, when you get the better opponents, can really stretch. She already has 2 CP again. I think I can absorb this one. Because the consensus that I read on the forums was the best way to beat the higher level guys is to just try to build up as much CP as you can and spike them. The problem is she's building up quite a bit here too. Let's go. Ah, crap. Put that in backwards. So if you know, she made a huge inroad right there. So much so that I don't really know if I can recover from that. No, I can't. Actually, right here we'll have a slim chance. Then in backwards. But it ends up paying off. So right now it's just a race to 9 to try to finish her off. So right here she has to use hers defensively.
My sincerest congratulations.
And we get 6 U materials from that. That took a long time, and I actually managed to narrate it because I'm starting to understand how to play the game a little bit better. Thank you for the invitation, President Rocksmith. There's no need to be so tense in my presence, Machias. Would you like a cup of coffee? There's tea for me and coffee with milk and sugar for Miss Herschel. It would seem Calvert's information agency is staffed with only the very elite. Well, their human resources are going to change now as the new party takes over from me. Is that right? Toa Herschel, we met at the West Sumerian Trade Conference 2 years ago, isn't that right? If my memory doesn't fail me, you had coffee with milk and sugar at the banquet. Your memory is excellent. That's Samuel Rocksmith, the president of Calvert. As with most people in power, he easily dominates the atmosphere with his presence. Even though he's on the way out, he's still a very influential man. My, welcome, Ashton Chevalier. Unfortunately, I haven't been informed what your beverage of choice might be, but since you're so well versed in Eastern culture, perhaps green tea would be to your liking. Thank you, but I dropped in only for a brief chat. I wouldn't want to make a nuisance of myself. I imagine there are plenty of others who'd like to speak with you today. By the way, I wanted to ask your opinion on your colleague, Toa Herschel. Wouldn't you say that her conflict resolution talents are perfect for CID? President Rocksmith. I didn't see that coming. I heard you were bold, sir, but I never thought you'd suggest something quite that bold. I'm nowhere near as audacious as the Chancellor. Soon I won't have much authority anymore. However, I really cannot stand seeing young talent not being put to good use. It's quite fortunate we met today. If you have any gifted friends who might be inclined to move to Calvert, let me know. I'll gladly welcome them with open arms. Sorry, no one comes to mind. You're really not one to beat around the bush. I have to say, I'm impressed that you decided to attend the conference in person, President Rocksmith. It's shameful to admit in retrospect, but I was always under the impression that Calvardian politicians cared only about themselves. And with good reason, I'm already looking forward to the end of my term. To be free of these presidential burdens. President Rocksmith, you may try to laugh it off, but it seems like there's more going on with him than meets the eye. But you'll have to wait till you go to Calvert to find out. You know, Machias, I've heard great things about you. If you ever get tired of the way the Empire treats you, I'd be happy to find you a position in our government instead. You have an excellent sense of humor, Mr. President. Must be hard being so in demand. Hang in there, Machias. I have to say I'm impressed you... Yeah. So I was looking at what people have to say about the characters, and there's a huge consensus that Machias is like top 5 in terms of strength. The problem is he has an overlapping niche with someone else, which is why he wouldn't be like in the top 3 or 4. It's been a long time since we last met. We haven't had the chance to speak since the trade conference 2 years ago. It's nice to see you again. And you, I'm glad you all seem to be doing well. Lady Mille, it's also the first time in many years I've had the pleasure to talk with you. While I wouldn't call these ideal circumstances, I'm delighted. You're a most impressive young lady now. You flatter me. It's good to have time to chat about non-official affairs, yes? So you've known each other for a while? Prince Albert was a good friend of my late father. Yes, we met for the first time over a decade ago. Somehow Albert and I got on fabulously well right from the start. We talk about politics, economics, and social issues from evening until the morning hours. The lakes and marshes of Remifuria enchanted Alfred, and he'd often bring his family there. This takes me back. I was just a little girl back then, but I vaguely remember our visits. I mostly played with your niece. She was the same age as me, I believe. I'd like to see her again. That's right, you two really liked each other, didn't you? Speaking of your niece, that's right, I haven't seen her in ages. There have been some rumors going around about her. She's become intractable lately. As her uncle, I want to protect her, but she's certainly not making it easy. Sometimes I think she does it just to spite me. He has gotten really grumbly. He must care a lot about his niece, though he does seem a bit overprotective. He's always been like this. Apologies for the digression. I didn't mean to bore you with the family issues. Remifuria will gladly provide you with assistance, be it human resources or medical services. If the Triple S needs anything, do not hesitate to let me know. Tio, I'm aware of your family situation, if there's anything I can do. Thank you for the kind offer. It isn't as bad now, though. We've been keeping in touch more. That's a relief. Prince Albert is a friendly guy. And Muse has known him for a long time. Looks like she's made connections early on. I should say hello to the prince, too. You know, we've actually met Prince Albert on a few occasions. Some of our work with the Triple S even involved his direct cooperation. Really? I had no idea. And they misspelled idea. That's not all he's done for us. We have a lot to thank him for. Right, like how he helped out with my parents. That's a surprising amount of shared history, but I guess it kind of makes sense for a head of state. He seems remarkably open and approachable. Mr. Schwarzer, meeting you has truly been a pleasure, and what fortune you turned out to be Muse's teacher. He's the best instructor I could ask for, too. How wonderful. Perhaps when the world is once again at peace, you can visit Remifuria. It's a beautiful place, and I imagine you would find much to enjoy. We'd be honored. I hope we can visit soon. Sounds like a perfect honeymoon destination. I had no idea your relationship extended beyond that of teacher-student. I think he misspelled extended there, but I wasn't paying close attention. It doesn't. Please don't take anything she says too seriously. Hold on a second, I missed you. Proud to be present while decisions crucial to Remifuria and other countries are being made. I'll prevent any interference, even if it were to cost me my life. Okay, so now everyone resets one more time, and then we do another round of conversations or something? Can't find anything to do? Is the bar open yet? Hello, Doodley. The Swift? I was just wandering around. You can drop the epithet. If you can be informal with the Lord and Estelle, why not me? It was just a slip of the tongue. Besides, there's not much of an age difference between the three of us. I feel like I should be more respectful when talking to you. Are you implying that from your point of view I'm old? No, definitely not. She's what, 23? She doesn't even look it. Well, it's probably best to drop it. Anyway, Lady Mille has more influence in the higher echelons than I imagined. She's gathered prominent political figures, bracers, the special support section, and all of you under the same roof. Even the Black Fang and the Angel of Slaughter are present. That's right. Do you know them through Ouroboros? Yes, I was familiar with the Blade Lord who often worked with them. Joshua Stray left Ouroboros around the time I joined. I see. It must have been when the Brights took him in. Hey, what you guys talking about? Swapping some sexy little secrets, I hope? Is that all you ever think about? How's the Untitled Gathering going, Crow? Well, Randall's chatty as ever, but it's Joshua that's a real treasure trove of info. And isn't it kinda weird Vita's not here? Yeah, Emma seems confused about it too. You both know what she's like, probably busy working on some grand scheme behind the scenes. Have you noticed tension in the air? I guess. I think I know what you mean. It's not just you Awakeners that are particularly sensitive to it. Everyone gathered here seems to sense something ominous brewing. Whether there's any connection to Operation Mille Mirage or not, we'll likely find out at dinner. Yeah. There's the rivalries too. The calm before the storm might be over pretty soon. It could just be me, but we better be prepared. Yeah, I agree. We'll see what happens. I'll keep my eyes and ears open and see what else I can learn. My apologies for disturbing your pleasant conversation. Dinner is now ready to be served. May I please ask you to proceed to the banquet hall? Yeah, thanks. I remember the food here being pretty good. Yes, it was cooked by the finest chefs as Erebonian nobles could find. Those fish burgers of yours were quite delectable as well, I must admit. Sometimes simple is the best. I'm surprised you remember, honestly. That was a while ago and they weren't anything special, just a quick and easy meal. Hey, I've been looking for you guys everywhere. Did Ash shoot another head of state or something? The dinner is about to start. Great, I'm starving. But the discussion that follows is the main course, isn't it? That's right, it's more than just a social event. Let's get going, it's rude to keep good food waiting. I think I can take a break here and mute the microphone. Cross your fingers that I can. Afterward, all the guests, including the leaders of each state, gathered together at the banquet. A modest but wonderful meal thus began, provided by Duchess Cayenne. The lunch started a bit later. Lunch? Weren't we gathered here for dinner? The lunch started a bit later, but the guests thoroughly enjoyed the fare and had lively conversations. It was a unique opportunity for the attendees, and many meaningful exchanges were made. Sometime later. Enjoyable as it was, the meal came to an end. Everyone then transitioned into the meeting portion of the event. The details of Mille Mirage were revealed. But we don't get to hear them.
What you see before you is an outline of Operation Mille Mirage. Our response to Operation Jormungand.
I knew it.
It doesn't stray too far from what we'd expected, but even so.
Seeing it all laid out like this makes it overwhelmingly real.
I get that a plan this crazy is probably our only hope, but still, we're really gonna do this, huh?
The Empire has drastically increased its military might, due largely in part to the draft. Current estimates number their forces at 1.2 million strong, and that figure will only rise before the fighting actually starts.
On the other hand, Calvert's military can barely scrape together 800,000, at most. Even if they try to boost their ranks with a draft of their own, that probably won't go over too well, judging by their last election.
Not to mention the huge difference in weapons and resources between the two countries. In terms of both aerial combat fleets and core tank units, Erebonia has a clear advantage. And that's without taking Panzer Soldats into account.
Yeah. There's no way the Verne Company's production line could even hope to keep up. What's more, the Empire now has an excuse to throw all the new technology it's been developing into this war.
With that in mind, it's entirely possible that the Civil War was nothing more than an opening move.
I agree. It seems likely. The same could be said of the orbital shutdown phenomenon, or even the 100 Days War. It is our belief that these events were simply set up, all to pave the way for Operation Jormungand.
Damn it! Those monsters.
And Mille Mirage is your plan for how to hold back Operation Jormungand. We have with us the Republican Army of Calvert, the Royal Army of Liberl, the Remiferian and Viceland armies, as well as troops from Le Mans and Orid, and even resistance cells acting out of Crossbell and Northumbria.
You intend to coordinate every one of these individual forces united under a single banner to suppress the Imperial Army from all sides.
That's exactly right.
As you stated before, Calvert's armed forces total 800,000 strong. The Viceland army should bring that number up by about 100,000.
The Principality of Remiferia is prepared to lend its aid as well, to the effect of approximately 80,000 troops.
Add to that figure an additional 120,000 from the Kingdom of Liberl.
Further, we can count on receiving around 20,000 soldiers from Le Mans and Orid combined, as well as another 10,000 from Crossbell and North Ambria. And this is to remain off the record, but we're expecting roughly 30,000 in reinforcements from Arteria as well.
Naturally, we plan on bringing Jaegers into the fight too. We've been scouting out Jaeger corps big and small. All in all, I'd say we're looking at a good 40,000 extra soldiers.
Altogether a combined total of 1.2 million. Finally putting us on even ground with Operation Jormungand.
A war like this would stretch over almost half the continent.
Resistance cells from Crossbell, huh? That must be Sonia and the others.
Yeah, Muriel told me a bit about it, but...
North Ambria too? That have something to do with the movements we heard about there?
Yeah. The resistance there is made up of former members of the Northern Jaegers, who got absorbed into the Imperial Army.
And we got troops from Le Mans and Orid, too. That would be their defense forces, no?
That's right. We've actually known about their involvement for a little bit.
I have to say, I'm surprised the High Seat of the Septian Church would choose to involve themselves so directly.
But Rosine mentioned something about this earlier, didn't she?
Yes. The Congregation for Divine Worship is likely deploying the Papal Guard as we speak.
The Imperial Army's technological superiority is undeniable, and we can't underestimate the threat Ouroboros poses either. Further, directing and coordinating all parties involved will prove a tremendously difficult task. That is the purpose of our meeting, to determine who will serve as the key piece in our plan, the cornerstone upon which we can build our success. I present to you Cassius Bright, Lieutenant General of the Royal Army of Liberl, and, as of today, Supreme Commander of Operation Mille Mirage.
What? Now that's what I call a power move.
A natural decision. Lieutenant General Bright did head the search and destroy operations against the cult in Crossbell.
What's more, he can already boast having pushed back an Imperial invasion once before. He's the most brilliant tactician of our time, without a doubt.
I should have known.
So you've accepted the position then, Dad? Even after hearing everything that's going to happen as a result of this plan?
I have. This can truly be called the Great War, the likes of which mankind has never seen before. A war that will surely destroy the lives of all it touches, soldiers and civilians alike. Hundreds of thousands of lives. Worst comes to worst, we could see casualties in the millions.
Millions?
Yeah, that's definitely possible. But at least it will keep the Empire from completely destroying everything.
Yeah. She has a point.
I think I speak for us all when I say this dreadful decision weighs heavily on our hearts. But there are stakes here far more dire than the invasion of Calvert itself. Namely, Erebonia's 2 Septarians, as well as its curse, which spreads further and further with every land it conquers.
It's all connected.
If we don't act soon, the Republic will fall to the Empire's advance, drowning the entire nation in its curse. It would then only be a matter of time before the surrounding countries fell as well, until finally all of Zemuria is in the curse's grasp. All for the sake of reviving the ultimate being, the Great One. This we must avoid above all else. If this dreadful decision is the only chance we have of saving our world, then so be it.
This whole catastrophe began in Erebonia. Though I can't personally agree to this plan, as a member of the Imperial family, I must allow it. Your Highness.
This is the consensus we have reached. I trust you understand now the reason we've gathered here.
There are a few things we must ask you now. Namely, if you accept the necessity of our plan. And furthermore, if we can count on your cooperation.
I'm sure you'd like some time to talk things over amongst yourselves. And with your other allies as well. But as you can probably tell, that's time we just don't have.
Members of the Bracer Guild, Special Support Section, Class 7, and Thor's Military Academy as a whole. We need your answers, here and now. How do you respond?
When it comes down to it, we, the Special Support Section, are just a single division of the CPD. We're in no position to defy the will of a nation, let alone 4. We understand the severity of the situation. But be that as it may, we can't, in good faith, lend our aid to this cause. There has to be a better way to fix this mess we're in, and we won't back down until we figure out how. Not just to stop this war, but so that someday, Crossbell can take back its independence for good.
I see.
You can count the Bracer Guild out of this deal, too. We're the supporting gauntlet of the common people. Their security and protection will always come first. But at the same time, we understand that you have to do this. So instead, we'll make sure to get in touch with our headquarters in Le Mans to organize an evacuation plan for all the citizens. And in the meantime, we'll look for our own way to resolve this, just like the SSS. That's the Bracer Guild's decision.
Estelle.
Ah.
With so many of us still missing, we can't claim to speak for Thors as a whole. But we can, at the very least, tell you our decision as Class 7. Become the foundation of the world. In a sense, those words have shaped our class from the very beginning. A war this big is certainly one way to keep the curse in check. We could be a new foundation afterwards, one built over ruins and destruction. But this curse is not absolute. Though it sweeps across the nation, toying with our fate, there are still those who stand together to resist it. We've seen as much with our very own eyes. We need a plan to try and ensure the safety of the world as we know it. Mille Mirage can be that plan. But, like the Guild and the SSS, we choose to find a third path forward for ourselves. That means dealing with any incidents brought about by the curse, as well as the rivalries. Whether or not that's even possible, I don't know. Time is running out on us even as we speak. Yet still, we'll continue to tread forward, step by step. Because we owe it to Prince Olivert to find that third path he always strove to take.
Reen.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
The path Prince Olivert would have wanted.
I see.
My goodness. The naivete of youth never fails to astound me. And yet, as history shows us, it is precisely the young and foolish who bring change to the world.
The same could be said of those not bound by duty or tradition. Come to think of it, Prince Olivert himself embodied every one of those qualities.
He most certainly did. And his spirit lives on in this next generation.
We have heard your convictions, clear and true. Operation Mille Mirage is already underway. But so long as you respect our position, we will respect yours in turn.
You're under no obligation to participate in our plan. That said, we'd appreciate your help wherever possible. That includes exchanging information, keeping civilians safe, and so on.
We certainly have more room to cooperate than Operation Jormungand does at the very least. You Bracers played a pivotal role in solving the incidents in Liberl, as did the Special Support Section in Crossbell. I eagerly await seeing what such seasoned heroes can bring to the table.
Thank you. We won't disappoint.
I don't know if I'd call us heroes exactly, but we'll help out in any way we can.
Well, that suspense was killing me.
As grim as our circumstances are, we now know what our mission must be.
Right! We gotta do everything we can to stop this war before it begins. And even if it does, we'll just have to find a way to end it.
Right. Our first course of action is figuring out exactly what we can accomplish right now as members of Thors. I imagine the rivalries will play a key role in that.
Agreed.
You're all pretty gung-ho about this, huh?
How are you guys so relentlessly positive about everything?
It really is the most annoying thing about them, isn't it?
Wait a sec.
I know that voice.
It's him!
Enforcer number 0 of Ouroboros.
Campanella, show yourself.
Sounds like things are coming along nicely over here. Quite the illustrious guest list you have here. I'm almost starstruck.
Indeed. It would seem the rumors weren't unfounded.
Belle! The new third Anguis of Ouroboros.
Lady Mildine, my greetings to you and all the leaders of the world gathered here today. I see a number of familiar faces and some new ones too. My, how delightful.
You must be Dieter Croesus' daughter. I've heard the rumors of what you've become.
A member of an international terrorist organization. Gracious me, the audacity of this woman.
Whoa, he really called it, huh, Lady Belle?
Ha, you're one to talk.
Hey, this is some party you guys got going on.
Real swanky joint, too. Shame for you, Zephyr's here to crash it.
Shirley! You...
Boss! That means Zeno and Leo are here too, doesn't it?
Sure does. But hey, we're not done with the lineup just yet. Don't think things will go the same for you here as they did at the workshop.
Please excuse our intrusion.
Sharon.
George!
So you've come.
Lecter. It's really you.
In the flesh. Long time no see, ladies.
My lady, everyone, it has been quite some time.
You should have just kept the mask on, Angie. If you're all quite finished, it's time I make the final introduction.
Your Highness!
Cedric, why are you...
Ah, if it isn't my dear sister, Alvin. And Class 7. Your little stunt in leaves caused me no end of headaches.
You had it coming. That's what you get for getting Elise and Tio all wrapped up in your schemes.
That's simply how it works between us. You should understand this by now. The rivalries are no different. This particular matter has been entrusted to me by Chancellor Osborne himself. Consider this a little congratulatory visit from us to celebrate the commencement of Operation Mirage.
Were we just hacked?
Yep. They probably used the Society's astral code to infiltrate the system.
Courtesy of Belle and the Fool, I'd assume.
Sounds like we're in for a fair bit of trouble then, huh?
Yeah, they're coming.
What the?
Damn! They brought Imperial warships!
No, not quite.
This is the bridge. We have an emergency. We've got 8 Crimson ships approaching on our 9. And with them, a 280 Arch-class airship.
Damn. There's only one ship that friggin' massive.
You mean the one that appeared during the orbital shutdown?
That's right. Ouroboros' pride and joy. The largest battleship in the history of mankind.
The Crimson Ark. The Glorious.
I see, so it's just as the advance warning predicted. Moreover, it's not one of the Empire's ships, but one of Ouroboros' aircraft carriers. What does that mean? It's as if they expected us. At the end of the meeting, Her Highness did make one prediction, that either the Imperial Air Force or Ouroboros' battle carrier would appear in these skies. Were it the Imperial Air Force, their progress down the path to violence would be deterred in a sense. The airspace is directly above the borders. With the leaders of each state on board, an attack on the ship would be simply too reckless. Even if it were successfully captured, this would still have a massive effect on cross-national negotiations. And that would instantly bring a halt to the war. That's what she was betting on, wasn't it? Things turned out differently, though. They opted for an Ouroboros-affiliated ship instead, since seeing the princess and other leaders entombed here would just add fuel to the fire for war. No. Damn it, so they're planning to pin it on Calvert, aren't they? This is no joke, we can't let this happen. Of course, I swear on the honor of the Bracer Guild. You guys called us here knowing this would happen, didn't you? Correct, and it's worked out perfectly. We still have an escape route available for our guests, so you needn't worry about that. Can I get each of you to divide your troops in half and have them accompany you to the hangar? Enemy forces are coming in from the deck. I'd like the remaining half to help take care of them. Let's divide into two groups, then one... Well, let's divide into two groups, then. One for starboard, one for port. Oh, you guys prepared that far in advance? If that's the command. We don't have time. Let's decide on the groups. Be sure to balance the teams well. Understood. Reen, Lloyd, and Estelle divide everyone into teams. Make sure to keep them balanced. Result is a counterattack mainly led by Reen in Class 7, with Estelle, Joshua, Ren, Lloyd, Ellie, Tio, Crow, Douvley, and the others. The other members worked with Aurelia, making way for the hold while ensuring the safety of the national leaders. So, Team A is the guys for some reason. And this is annoying. I would like to have both Eustace and Elliot, but I need a healer here. Oh, wait a second. I see what they're doing. This sucks, man. Why are they forcing me to take Crow? I would love to swap him out so I could take both Elliot and Eustace. In case you're wondering, they're going to split again. That's why they're giving you 8 members. Same for this one, and this sucks, dude. Why are they forcing you to use all these people? So, Emma is by far the most important person because, as I was reading online, she is debatably the second strongest character in the game because of all the magic shenanigans she can do. So you never really want to go too far without her. Like, I knew we were going to split up, I just didn't know how bad. Now, I did know that there's going to be 4 groups in advance, it's just, would they do a bait and switch on us here, I wonder? Because it's entirely possible you could have to make those secondary groups out of these. Then again, they say they're going to the hold. It just sucks I can't use either of these two. But they stick me with these two, well, these 3 bozos. These teams suck.
Now, shall we get going?
Best of luck, all of you. You guys be careful, okay?
Wait, what in the world's going on? Whatever it is, it looks like we got a real juicy scoop on our hands. Oh, no you don't.
I believe you all know what it is you must do.
Yeah.
We got this.
Just leave it to us.
Now then, shall we move out ourselves? We are currently under attack by Ouroboros' enhanced Jaegers and members of the Red Constellation.
The Red Constellation, huh? Gonna be a real pain in the ass, especially with the Blitz there.
Gilbert's probably heading up the enhanced Jaegers. Not that he's anything to worry about. His archaisms might still give us some trouble, though.
But speak for yourself. I'll make sure that little errand boy regrets ever stepping foot in here.
Ash, Kurt, I'll be counting on you.
You got it.
Understood. We must stop His Highness.
Yuna, Altina, we're going to need your support as well.
Of course! Let's do this, Ellie!
I'll give it my best.
All right, guys. It's time to begin our joint operation. Team A will go starboard. Team B, you head port.
Our current position is the rear side of the lower deck. Let's make our way up to the top deck. Take out any intruders you find along the way.
Right!
This is so stupid. I really do understand why this is so
This will be the perfect chance to put our teamwork to the test, huh? It's our time to shine, Reen. Let's go!
Right. Show me what you've got, Lloyd.
Like, why give you party member? Like, I don't even understand why there's a ordnance system, a master chord system, or anything in this game. They seriously should have just made everything automated. You have this at this time, case closed. So I need to find something for Crow and Ash. And Duvalie. Why does she have a pendulum? Oh, right, I remember. We're gonna put the cape on him. Actually, hold on. I like this one actually a little bit better. I don't care about the rest of that. So I can probably fashion her into a dodge tank of sorts. She's gonna suck at it, but she can still do it. Slightly. Has 9 evasion. Joshua has a good amount there. Tempest. Susie Zephyr is his main. That's... we might be able to make it work. Keeper, no surprise there. The Brigade is surprising to me. Gungnir. Yeah, I did want him to have that one. Beowulf. So we're using him as a caster type here. So we're gonna put this on Crow so he can at least heal us. I'll have access to fire, time, one wind spell, decent power. Do I have anything better? Oh yeah, we're going to Xeon Bolt. I'm actually going to take this off her mind. We're going to just fully embrace the caster side of him, I think. He already has an action quartz, that's not needed. Lost Genesis R. He already has time. What I'm looking for, I don't have. So the next best thing I can do would... Actually, I have an idea. Which I can't do. So we'll go to the next best idea, which is grabbing a Hammer R. Not a great combination, but it will make it work. Let's see, this is Kurt, he's fine. He needs a lot of work. Do I even want... Yeah, I do want the Zephyr sub. Scorpio. I'm gonna actually keep this here because we're gonna be playing around his break stuff. Well, his S-Craft too, I should add. Confuse, we have Confuse 3 we can give him. No, we can't, it's not fully upgraded. I would like to give him a better action one, but I'm not gonna give him an action 3 because... yeah. Moon Lens I'm cool with. Keeper Deva. Yeah, he has a couple spells to fall back on. Virgo. He does have a heal to serve as a healer. He's using Kansei. I thought someone else had Kansei. Or wait, I was thinking Deva because of their effect. That's evade, this is absorb. But still, I want this for a couple of the things, the time magic, like the support stuff. Then we have a couple things to throw out if things get a little dicey, like Cross Crusade or even some of the water stuff. I actually should look at these. Skull Brigade. Titania. So they want her to play as a caster here. But they don't actually give you a cast quartz. They give you an attack too. Oh man, that is hilarious. For all the wrong reasons. Anyway, we have Oberon here. She actually can rapid fire wind, it looks like. And the important thing is she does have breath. So she's going to be the healer here. She even has Sophia. So she has a really nice setup. And the Ixion Volt. She doesn't have anything. I'd say it's still decent. Kansei, Virgo. So make sure that that doesn't overlap when it doesn't. I don't know why she has the Impede 3. She does not have any sort of action thing. So if you look in terms of speed... yeah, Ren is just so much faster than these two. Hit 2, strike 2, Tempest. In all seriousness, I think... yeah, she has more strength, so I'm going to give her Regulus as a sub. She doesn't have an attack quartz. I'd rather keep the Ivy Nail, I guess. Okay. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything obvious. It's not a significant increase. Now, Ash does need something. Elliot doesn't. Machias doesn't necessarily need anything. Let's go down to these guys. Not significant. Not significant. Not significant. But Lisa, on the other hand, does need something. Or wait, that's... I wasn't even paying attention. Lisa's not with us. Emma actually does get something here. Like, it's a significant strength boost. Who all is with us? Crow is. It's a 100-point boost. Okay, that's Emma's. And Crow's. Otherwise, just look at what all these offer. That's nothing significant. The defense on this one's still a little tempting, but I think we can get by without it. This is the one I was a little worried about, but I think we can do it without. And I just realized, yes, there is one more we need to get. Duvalie. Ah, she doesn't even have a weapon we can equip her with. Yeah. Okay, that simplifies things a bit. Yeah, it's not happening. Actually, I should probably split up the party now. We're gonna need Crow with the first group. Actually, yeah, that's fine as is, I think, because we'll have Machias as the hitter-breaker for the other group. One thing I should look at real quick. Rising Sun, 4S, B-break. Okay, Zero Breaker is his break move. It's probably really expensive. We have Raging Hammer, which is, like, even better than Yuna's. It's probably really expensive though. Phantom Raid. So Joshua sucks at breaking. And then this is kind of like Kurt's. Criminal Edge. Yeah, that's like hands down his best thing. We don't have the Chaos Raven, ironically. I think we might have been able to get that had I went out of my way, but like I said, I didn't know they say, hey, use these guys. Screw any preparations and whatnot. Wheel of Time. That's actually her... Barrage is decent at breaking. Really sucks that she only has 2 moves. Like, that's the major drawback to having the returning characters. Supposedly their moveset really sucks. That's her best one. Calamity Sphere. So the Accelerator is actually pretty good. That offsets Sarah's thing. Aura Rain's healing. Wow, she can't break for crap. And then this is just like Ren's thing with the Accelerate, except instead of it being, actually, are they the... No, cast time cost. And Shield, this is like Altina.
Let's go!
I only got to scan 2 of them there, but...
There!
Ready to go! Ha!
I don't really like how he stops moving to swing that.
Got you!
That's exactly like Kurt's.
Alright! Yeah!
I don't know if Crow has his gun or not.
Watch out! Over here!
You're a natural, Reen. That 8 leaves technique of yours isn't just for show.
Thanks. You've been holding your own in battles yourself.
All comes down to excellent teamwork. Keep it up.
Yeah, these teams are not going to be able to last. I need to change it. Like, if I'm going to run into more things like that, I'm probably going to want Elliot here in place of Joshua. Actually, hold on, I have Crow serving as the healer here, so I'd have to change out 2 of them, and yeah, I gotta. Although if I put Ash here... Because the thing is this, the link between... Yeah, I'm gonna have to do them like this, I think. The best link is between Lloyd and Joshua, so you want to keep these two together. You want to give them a caster. Although I could leave Crow... Yeah, I'm actually thinking this is probably the better form. Those enemies are too squishy to actually get your...
raring to go!
Anything back, to be perfectly honest, but yeah. So, how do we open this? Oh. Brave Seed.
Ooh, a tough one. Not much to worry about when we got a team like this.
Still, I'd hate to be a burden. I'll do what I can to keep up.
Ha! You old-timers just sit back and relax. I could do this shit in my sleep.
Okay, the other side is where the female characters are. So I'm seeing those dots and I'm wondering, just like, how big is this hallway?
I'm raring to go.
Okay, time to shift. Got 4 7th mass.
Very well. There we are.
So I do kind of like how she moves forward as she does it.
Leave it to me. Fire! Yeah.
It's my turn.
That's the execs. Okay, those are kind of cool. That's her one move. I probably should look into splitting this group up a little bit because they're magic heavy in general. Healer, healer, black mage, breaker. This one, I don't think there's really much I can do to adjust. They're gonna have it a little rougher.
My turn now.
It's
Now
my
then.
turn.
Didn't mean to pop that. Oh, come on. Get ready to just triple attack him to get him out of the freaking way. Finally.
Yeah.
Sadly, the female team isn't as good this time around without, you know, Fee, Laura, Sarah. That's new.
Wow, Yuna. I'm impressed.
No, you're not.
Aw, thanks. Right back at ya. You're really kicking some butt out there.
Those two seem to work well together.
Just give me the
Yep.
word.
They're pretty much on the same wavelength.
I could say the same about you two.
So yeah, you want a summary of that fight? Ren used her death blow, everything died. I didn't get to scan crap.
Fire!
That was just a melee beatdown because I need
That one seems
points
fun.
for this one.
Threat level high.
Holy crap, Zapom. Why now, man? Okay, how are we gonna do this? How the hell are we gonna do this?
Activating drive.
So I want to scan with Tio, it's just the palm. Must scan palm.
Right!
We're gonna put up the hammer.
Let's go! Get him!
No problem.
I was seriously afraid she might have death blew him.
Yes.
So just want to make sure I got the palm. So we're gonna do the clown now.
Beginning analysis.
Ouch! Back off!
Aw, I
It's
healed
my
the palm.
turn.
How adorable. Let's vaporize him.
Ha!
Very well. Dance for me.
So you got to see one of those instant death things I warned you about there.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Semiconductor
this one.
activate. Absolute zero.
Killed the palm.
Yeah!
Have we seen this one? Yeah, we have.
Now then.
So right now I need to rebuild CP
Wide
as well as
open.
BP.
Gotcha! Let's go!
Actually, hold on, that's... Yeah, I have a plan.
Get him!
No problem.
It's my turn.
So we can use lightnings, or no, that won't work. I thought this was an immediate one. Those are both too expensive. I'll be down net 1. That sucks, I wasn't paying attention. Well, I didn't understand what the move did, to be precise. Okay, how do we want to do this one?
Now's the time!
Follow up. Now then.
We don't have any cheap ones, which is what's so annoying.
Our chance!
Gotcha!
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Arcus
cool with that
activate.
My turn now!
Yeah!
Leave it to me.
one. This is the final enemy
Arcus
down
activate!
here, so...
Huh.
That's his heal. That offset the damage. from the move.
Enhancing.
So we really do need this enhancement.
My
For a
turn
second there,
now.
it sounded like the blind applied, but it clearly didn't.
Let's go.
Arcus activate.
Yes! Ha!
Huh.
Yeah! Sorry, but we need to press on.
4E materials. I didn't see what sepith I got out of that.
Huh. The usual swarms of military monsters and archaisms.
It's hard to predict which of the two we'll run into next, though.
We have the Red Constellation and Ouroboros' enhanced Jaegers to watch out for as well.
The enhanced Jaegers are just a bunch of small fry at least.
Yeah! Fire!
We get Spirit and Sense. I forgot which one's
Yeah.
which.
Fire! Just give me the word. Yeah!
Another battle scope, which I sorely needed.
Yeah!
So worst come to worst, we could go back and grind if we need to.
I think this corridor may be where I tried to stop Instructor Reen 2 years ago.
Oh, right. Back when he did stuff to you and then ran off with the princess.
What a creep.
He's beyond despicable. How could he do that to such a precious, innocent young girl?
Now, everyone. Don't tease him like that.
Oh, he's pretty popular. It's fine if we make fun of him a little. He brought this upon himself.
Okay. I think they were supposed to be talking about that as you move down this corridor. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop a safety save here. Watch out, everyone. Yuna. Landmine. Yuna, come this way. Horrible minds, what a dirty tactic. That was close, thanks guys. No worries, we gotta keep each other safe. I have a feeling I know who set up these traps. It's Gilbert. Speak of the devil, the ex-secretary of ruin.
Just thought I'd swing by and say hello.
Ouroboros' enhanced Jaegers just like in Hummel.
You can, and should, address me as Gilbert Stein, Regimental Commander of the 6th Enhanced Jaeger Brigade. I'll thank you to forget about my old job title. The mere thought of those days brings a tear to my eye.
Your crappy career path is your own fault. I heard you were stomping around Erebonia. I see you're back at it again. Remember when you helped us out? What happened to that, Gilbert, huh? Talking about Sky 3. What? You work together with a guy like this? You refer to in the Court of Shadows appeared, correct? Really done your homework, then again I suppose you are from the Intelligence Division.
That was then. This is now. I only graced you with my help because the situation called for it. Nothing more. In the 3 years since, I've been climbing the ranks in Ouroboros, rung by rung. Though I've suffered a few setbacks here and there, I know this time I'll make it to the top. They'll make me an enforcer for sure. Or maybe even an Anguis.
Good goddess. There he goes again.
We don't need a whole preamble for every fight.
How about you stow your mouth and show your commander some respect?
You're deluded if you think you can hold us back with this pathetic brigade of yours. Better not underestimate us. We're gonna send all you running with your tails between your legs. What's that noise? A flying archaism. It's the same one he used in Phantasma. The G Apache EX. G for Gilbert.
How do you like this?
A pilotable archaism. Not this thing again. But I could have sworn that prickly-haired priest destroyed it back in the royal capital. That's Kevin.
Oh, he did. But after my heroic self-sacrifice in Phantasma, I had the 13 factories build me another. But don't think it's the same as the old one. This model rolled out just the other day. Greater and grander than ever before.
Sounds like Ouroboros' 6th Anguis at work. The mad scientist strikes again. Getting a strange sense of deja vu here. That's Novartis, if you don't remember.
Marveling in fear, are you? You should consider this an honor. History will remember you as yet another victory on the increasingly impressive resume of the great Gilbert Stein!
Oh, you're in for a real wake-up call, pal. They're coming. Come on, let's cut his career short.
I'll wipe the floor with you!
Defeat all enemies.
Eat this!
Are you okay?
Thanks. Right. Huh. Take this! Hurricane! They're down!
I was thinking about burst.
No problem. My turn now.
She can't heal, interestingly enough. So we already have the Cougar scanned. We have the rifle, the great sword, so there's still 3 to go. I'm leaning towards this one, even though it's really pricey. Going for rifle first.
You're finished!
Ouch! Back off!
Yes!
Okay, now we actually do want to use the Ebon Crest.
Let's go! Ebon Crest!
Leave it to me! Arcus activate! Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you. My turn now. Arcus activate.
The element doesn't matter, I'm just trying to do it.
Yes!
So I'm actually best off dropping a wind spell here.
Arcus activate!
You're finished!
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, rifle's been scanned. Enhanced Jaeger employed by Ouroboros armed with a rifle follows orders unquestionably with chilling precision.
Beginning analysis. Data received.
Enhanced Jaeger employed by Ouroboros wields a great sword follows orders unquestionably with chilling precision.
Let's go! Huh. Take this! Hurricane! Get him!
No problem.
Enhancing!
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Now then.
And I think I don't need to hold back anymore. Hold on, can we insta-death Gilbert or no? Death blow 0.
Dance for me. Our chance!
Gotcha!
You're finished!
Not a chance!
So the nice thing about Estella is her weapon does have increased
Let's
range,
go.
if you haven't noticed, so... Hold on. Ellie can impede. So we'll do Gilbert real
Beginning
quick.
analysis. Data received.
Drops a Zerum powder. Orbital gear built by the 13 factories to be piloted by Gilbert with diverse attack capabilities.
It's my turn.
So yeah, we may as well put the hammer out.
Sledgehammer!
It's my turn.
Here I go! Take this! Ha! They're off guard!
Follow up.
Don't give in!
Why, thank you.
17,000 is a
Very well.
lot when you're dealing with guest characters.
Dance for me.
Damn you!
It's my turn.
So that was the lucky death blow to offset the healing. We'll show off her secret move from Zero.
Demi-gunner activate. Absolute zero.
My turn now. Too slow. Ha! Here's the kicker! Get him!
No problem.
But how? This is the latest model!
And just a
Now
reminder
then.
that the brake system sucks because reasons.
It's my turn.
At this point, I think I'm just gonna do the
Let's
Evan
go.
Crest.
Evan Crest.
Leave it to me. Ha! Yeah!
And then you saw that one a moment ago. That's nice.
I
Right,
failed.
We'll
Very well.
keep powering forward due to time limits.
Think you can handle this? Meet your end. Wide open.
Gotcha!
Let's go.
Time is potent.
Commencing drive.
It's my turn.
I was hoping to steal that one turn, but looks like that's not happening. Yeah, my best bet is to stick with wind.
Ha!
Eat this! Ha! You're finished!
Disgraceful,
go.
man.
Too slow! Ha! Here's the kicker! There!
Enhancing.
Yeah! Yes!
So it looks like he's trying to heal himself.
Here I go! Take this! Ha! Now's the time!
Follow up. Very well.
Right in the back.
Yes.
And he's hanging out with 91 hit points, so we can hit him for an overkill.
I got some good data.
Sadly, those are the EX quartzes that we don't get to keep. Now she gets Albion Wolf. And she gets Holy Breath. So you can see we got our Zerum Powder, we got 2 U materials, and Beast Flesh from those dog things.
There's more where that came from.
It's only natural.
I've done it!
Diligence is its own reward.
So yeah, they were 112,
Yeah,
and
I did it!
these guys are
Stats
113.
updated.
So
I did it!
I probably would have actually been a little bit better off just using them instead of the guests.
They're too strong.
Pull yourselves together! We can't let the Red Constellation see us like this! My reputation as your commander's at stake! At this rate... Wait! What's happening?
That's why you shouldn't fly indoors. Well, seems that model was still under development. How embarrassing to be a member of the same organization as an idiot of this caliber. Should I restrain him? No time, leave him. I've got to join the other team on the upper deck. Right. I think it's just up the stairs ahead. Okay. So, is that just supposed to be like an escape pod or something? And based on what we know now, you know, I think for one boss fight, I can use the guest characters and Elliot. You didn't think I was going to stick with Crow, I hope.
It's my turn!
Oh, this place. The staircase past here should take us to the deck.
Right. That's how you ran off with the princess 2 years ago.
I heard about that.
Wow, not bad at all.
I rescued her. Don't go giving people the wrong idea, Crow.
Sure, okay. If you say so.
Okay, we can tease him about it some other time, Ash.
Now it's Gareth, I assume? He was the other one we saw on the deck. Sniper shot. Watch out. Duck.
Nice dodge.
Wait, I know you. It's that guy from back of the Growl. Gareth the Blitz. Damn, just our luck to run into a heavy hitter this early.
Pleasure to see you again, Ashton Chevalier. And you have Detective Lloyd Bannings with you as well. It's been a while.
So it has. Never thought we'd cross paths again after your last stint in Mainz.
Huh. These are my new hunting grounds. You could forget about making it to the upper deck. I suggest you retreat now.
Sorry, but that's just not how we do things. Yeah, the hell kind of wusses you take us for? Mere strength in numbers won't be enough to make us yield. That's right, you'll be the ones retreating, Red Constellation.
Ha! You wish, Black Fang. I've been itching to take you and those Chevaliers on for a while. This is perfect.
Men, ready your weapons. Let's see them withstand the sting of the Red Scorpion. Gah!
Here they come. Take cover from the snipers and aim to break their formation. Okay, I'm chiming in for a little bit with a post-game commentary because this part is like one of the dumber fights. There's a very, very strong argument made that this is just the first of many, and I kind of agree, especially in retrospect. So the major problem is you're given a huge slew of pre-made characters, this is the fewest, ironically. And by that I mean you can't change anything about them. So when the enemy decides to status bomb you non-stop, as you're about to see shortly, Joshua and Lloyd cannot do a damn thing. They are seriously garbage to your characters. Like, they have some cool moves on paper, but the fact that you can't adjust them in any way, shape, or form is just too crippling to overcome anything that they have. What's worse is their move pools are extremely limited. As you can see there, we have 2 moves for Joshua. A lot of the other characters actually have 5. there's... how to put it?
An opening!
I strongly suspect that a lot of the fan service characters, which is this guy and Hospital Cruise, I really do think they were an afterthought to the game. Like, hey, we have a week left, let's throw these guys in something or another, there you go.
Hold fast! Black Tortoise formation!
So, like, early on, it's not going to be that much of a problem, but one of the things working against the guys here is that there's more enemies to scan than the girls had to, like the cats you encounter normally here.
Analysis complete.
So those are depleting precious turns. And then once the status bomb starts, it just doesn't let up. So I will go ahead and spoil it for you. They wipe out the team, and then when the fresh team comes in without any status effects, then the fight actually ends.
Enemy unit. Moving out!
I was reading on the forums that people were so disappointed with this part, and I entirely understand. The game just descends into like a raging dumpster fire, and it doesn't...
Let's do this!
It doesn't come to a... any sort of redemption, I guess. Like, a lot of the characters you thought were dead are going to be appearing shortly, so there's that spoiler, but like I said, if you've been paying attention to the previous Cold Steel games, you knew they were not dead, so...
Roar!
This is the part where the gameplay just becomes as trashy as the narrative, I'm afraid.
Now! Keep it up!
So yeah, if you want to make this easy for you, load up as much status protection as you can get, ditch Lloyd Joshua, although you have to suffer them for the next fight, but stick them in the first fight. Lecter and crew will still status bomb them, it's just you have a chance of going before Lecter and then he might be able to do something, but it's just too damn sketchy. So, with those out of the way, you can tolerate the dumpster fire, skip ahead. This will be the last fight in the video after they say, yeah, I just put a break, and then we pick up in the next video for the next set of boss fights. There seriously is, like, an hour's worth of scenes. Hour maybe a little bit overboard, but like 45 minutes. So, get comfortable, and yeah. Hopefully the third and final act can give us something, it's just, I'm not holding my breath.
Let's do this!
I was reading that the writer was saying that the Cold Steel series should have been 2 games, and after what I've seen so far, I entirely agree. So, yeah, I'm going to duck out here, and I'll probably be doing some commentary for the fights, just to point out what I didn't know at the time. Basically, the strategy argument is just scan, buff everyone to max strength, and then spam your S-crafts until everything's dead. That's not a strategy in a strategy game, let alone in a normal difficulty setting, but what can I say? Game's a dumpster fire. Since I won't be saying it later, I'm going to say it now. I'm the hero.
Analyzing enemy.
Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
It's my turn! Get back! It's down!
Keep it up!
I've got you! You're finished!
Yeah. I've got this!
Break them! Raging Hammer!
I've got this! Let's do this! There! There! Now! Good night!
There!
Ready to go! Let's do this! There! There!
It's my turn! Let's go! It's my turn! Now!
Keep it up! It's my turn! Now! Now!
An opening! I've got you! You're finished!
I've got this! Let's do this! There! There! Right!
Let's go!
It's my turn!
Let's go!
Yeah! Ha!
Gotcha! Ready to go! Let's do this! Now! I failed.
Ha!
It's my turn! Now!
Keep it up! Won't let you!
I've got you! You're finished!
Right! Zero Breaker! Moving out! Yeah! Arcus activate!
I'm up!
Shit!
Yeah! I'm sorry, everyone.
Ha!
Yeah!
Ha!
It's my turn!
Yeah! Arcus act...
I've got you!
Sorry,
Not here.
everyone.
Let's go!
Thank you.
It's my turn!
Thanks.
Ha!
I can't lose.
Ha!
Sorry,
Not here.
everyone.
Leave it to me.
I'm up. Leave it to me.
Watch and learn. Let's go.
It's down!
It's mine! Damn you!
I'd say this calls for a drink. How about it, pretty boy?
Nice! I did. There we go.
I genuinely don't give a damn about any of this.
Nice.
That's how it's done.
Status bomb, status bomb, status bomb, status bomb. Oh, I heard you like status bombs. The underdogs bite back. Well, they forced us to retreat before, no one said it'd be easy. It's all good, we held them back long enough. Retreat for now. It's a flash grenade. They were actually able to retreat in that split second. That was fast. Get back here, we're not done with you. Leave them, we got bigger fish to fry. To the upper deck. That's one obstacle clear, let's keep going.